are 10 billionaires who are now broke. Number 10, Huang Wenji. Huang Wenji is the chairman of China Jicheng Holdings, a Hong Kong-based umbrella-making company, 75% stake of which is owned by him and his wife Chen Jiayu. In a recent stock market dip, his company's stock fell about 91% in just 2 days, tanking his $1.9 billion of personal wealth. The high volatility of the Hong Kong share market caused other companies to lose billions in market cap. Number 9. Alberto Villa. Alberto Villa is a former US-based investment manager who made billions through his investment company, Amerindo Investment Advisors. Along with his business partner, Gary Tanaka, Villa made a hefty profit over the years. At his height, Villa's company had an estimated net worth of $1 billion. But in 2000, a violent stock market sell-off badly affected both his and his company's financial status. Number 8. AdolfMerkel. AdolfMerkel was once one of Germany's richest people with a personal wealth of around $12.8 billion. Like few others on this list, Merkel was also hit hard by the credit crisis of 2008, in which he lost about $3.6 billion. Despite the massive loss, he still remained one of the 5 richest men in Germany. But by the end of 2008, his investment firm faced a serious liquidity crisis and reported $6 billion in losses. Number 7. Vijay Mallya. Vijay Mallya is an Indian businessman and a former billionaire who is currently a subject of extradition from the UK to India to face charges of a massive financial fraud. Mallya, the king of good times, became India's richest liquor king after taking over his father's mid-sized company at the age of 28. He turned that business into a multi-billion-dollar firm, making a personal fortune of $1.5 billion. Number 6. Quinn. The recession of 2008 forced many companies out of business and wealthy persons to go bankrupt, and one of those people was Quinn, who was once the richest person in Ireland with a net value of about $6 billion in 2005. With the help of his holding company, Quinn Group, he purchased stakes in various multinational companies, including Bupa Ireland and Anglo-Irish Bank. Soon after the financial crisis hit the Irish banking system, Quinn lost almost all of his family wealth, most of which is attributed to the drastic losses of the Anglo-Irish Bank. Number 5. Bernard Madoff. Bernie Madoff was undoubtedly the modern king of Ponzi schemes for more than 20 years until he was arrested in 2008. Bernie Madoff successfully defrauded thousands of investors of billions of dollars with his investment strategy called split strike conversion. In his scheme, Madoff offered his clients high and steady returns, which he actually managed by pooling all the funds in one bank account. After his scheme failed during the financial crisis of 2008, he was unable to attract more clients because of the minimum liquidity in the markets. Federal investigations uncovered a $64.8 billion fraud. Number 4. Elizabeth Holmes. Elizabeth Holmes, an American inventor and entrepreneur, became the youngest self-made female billionaire in 2015 after her healthcare technology company, Theranos, reached $9 billion in valuation and made a hefty profit. Holmes became an instant celebrity with her name on Time's 100 Most Influential People of 2015. But her time as a billionaire was cut short as federal investigations loomed over her company with allegations of potentially misleading its investors about their new innovative blood testing technology. Number 3. Allen Stanford. Robert Allen Stanford is a former billionaire financier who is now serving a 110-year prison term since 2009 after being convicted in a massive financial fraud. He was the chairman of now defunct financial services company Stanford Financial Group. One of its subsidiaries, Stanford International Bank, claimed it had around $8.5 billion in AUM, of at least 30,000 clients in over 136 different nations. Number 2. Your golfer. The banking crisis of 2007 to 2008 affected Iceland more than any nation in the world. It all started when all 3 major Icelandic banks defaulted on their loans in late 2008, which ultimately caused a major economic and political unrest in Iceland for 3 years. Your gopher, who was the second richest person in Iceland before the crisis, gained about 45% shares in Landsbanki, one of those 3 largest banks in 2002. Number 1. Eike Batista. Brazilian businessman Eike Batista made and then lost a multi-billion-dollar fortune in the mining and oil exploration industry over the period of 2 decades. With $30 billion of personal wealth in 2011, Batista became the 8th richest person on earth and the richest in Brazil. His demise as a billionaire began after a sudden crash in the mining industry and the collapse of one of his biggest companies, OGX. That's all for today. I hope you liked this video. If you do, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss an amazing video from us.